Hello. We're finally back after. I guess we're off for a week. Steve is sick. Josh was away. My Leafs were probably losing last week, so so heartbreak all around.
Yes.
How's everyone doing today?
Much better.
I'm okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
you're feeling better, Steve? Yeah, you're good.
What's the problem with the mic there, Josh?
Shouldn't be
You're a little low.
anything wrong. Hi, I'm low. Oh my god.
You're echoey.
Oh my god. Wow. Forget me then.
What have you done? Were you Twitch streaming yesterday?
That should do it.
Oh, there you go. Did you turn
Sorry,
on the manly
sorry.
voice
Sorry
emulator?
about that. Yeah, I forgot the filter for the man part of my voice.
Yeah.
So we're good to go.
Okay. So we're gonna talk about Guardians of the Galaxy. I've seen it. Josh, you've seen it. Steve has seen it.
Ooh.
Definitely gonna be spoilers for now. So maybe come back in 10 minutes if you don't want to hear spoilers. Just mute it. I'll put the spoilers tag off when we're done. So Steve, you want to go first? Thoughts, comments, concerns about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3?
I thought it was really good. I wasn't sure which version of Warlock we were getting, but
Yes.
not what I was expecting. But it definitely has some. It has some roots in comics as far as his personality there.
Yeah.
So that was it was cool to see that. Evolutionary was an excellent villain, and I hope that we get to see some more of him.
I really
There were
enjoyed
so many payoffs to all the character arcs. It was really well done.
Yes.
Very
Josh?
emotional. My children were very. were feeling
Oh,
lots of
it is
feelings.
not. It's not really a kids movie, right?
I mean, I would call it a family-ish movie, but I definitely wouldn't
Yeah.
call it a kids movie. Yeah, there was some moments there. I mean, I don't say I cringe often. There was a couple of parts, and I would feel that because it was so like, ooh, like it hurt so deep, is because obviously you cared for the characters so much, and you wouldn't have done that if it weren't for the other movies. So I feel like
Yeah,
because of all that build-up-
that was kind of my explanation to the kids. I'm like, this is amazing that a movie is making you feel like this. So
Yeah.
obviously it was,
Yeah.
it's a well done movie if it can evoke that type of feelings or emotions from you.
I would definitely agree. I would say also that I probably teared up more than half through this movie. Like there was many times where I caught myself like sniffling and like,
That was a cold.
oh yeah, I just had a little cold. I had a cold for how long was the movie? 2 hours and 10 minutes. I had a cold for 2 hours and 10 minutes. Hi, Sammy. But yeah, super emotional, crazy good. Couple of questionable situations. I don't
What do you mean?
overly enjoy the way that they did Warlock, but I also understand the way that they did him because of, I think, just the way
Time constraints.
time constraints, but also I think they're going to use him more. So perhaps we're
Yeah.
seeing,
I wish
like,
that they had a scene of him coming out of the cocoon.
I feel like we're gonna get that we're gonna get that, like, that's gonna be a
Backstory.
whole thing. That's gonna be like a whole thing, and then like we're gonna get caught up to that moment, and then we're gonna see him evolve more. But I mean, it'd be interesting as well to see how much time had passed between the ending of the movie and the last credit scene that happened with
Oh yeah.
the new group together.
Not the very
would
last
ass-
credit scene because that was kind of pointless.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
that was
silly.
like a shawarma scene.
Yeah.
So
Um,
that girl is also a character
Right.
in the comic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I would say It's one of the better movies they've done. Definitely the best movie in this phase.
Yeah.
Definitely super sad. James Gunn does torture well. Like that rabbit. The first time you see that rabbit, it's like, oh, dude. Yeah.
100%.
High Evolutionary. I hope we see more of him because he is. I don't know. He's not the best villain, but he's definitely better than Gore. He's definitely better than a lot of villains we've seen in Marvel so far.
He's like his villainy is like kind of like on par with Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
Like in some of his storylines, like you can kind of see like what he's trying to accomplish is just like what he's trying to accomplish. Long term makes sense, but in the short term, it causes a lot of problems for people that are alive now.
Thanos did nothing
but
wrong.
you understand his motivation.
Yeah.
So,
Oh
like,
yeah.
he's a cool
Yeah.
villain
Yep.
that way.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was one of the better. I'm sad to see James Gunn go. It does give me excitement for DC.
Yeah.
It's nice that we got the first fuck in Marvel in in a Marvel movie.
I think that it cements Guardians as like the best solo franchise in the Marvel universe.
I was very surprised. That they F-bomb. Welcome.
You mean as a
Very much welcome.
team trilogy over Avengers?
Oh,
No.
no, I'm saying
Oh.
solo entry. So I'm not including
Yeah.
Avengers in that, but like
Yeah.
it's the most consistent.
It's better than the first. It's better than the four Thor movies combined. It's better than the three Cap movies combined.
Cap is prior to this, I would say Cap is the best trilogy, but Cap 1 is a little kind of hokey.
Mm-hmm.
It's still very enjoyable, but I feel like
Rocketeer.
this is more of a singular vision.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this puts it as the best of the solo franchises.
Yeah.
I am kind of excited to watch them in tandem, like 1, 2, and 3, even with all the things that happened in between. I feel like it did very well coerce together. Sorry, just as you were saying, Steve. But
No, I definitely agree.
I would 100%.
Sammy says saw it on Thursday. Liked the movie. Just a bit upset about it. Sammy, do you want to elaborate on what you're upset about? Yeah, every character story got a payoff. I like that they didn't put Peter and Gamora back together. They went their separate ways. It's still like you still get the sense of family, but they're still gonna kind of grow as characters on their own. Kraglin was fun. Cosmo was great. Lila and Rocket were heartbreaking.
Yeah, that was so.
But I am excited to see, like, there's no way they'll leave that version of Guardians on the table and never do anything with them again. I would see a Rocket, Groot, Warlock. There's another character in there I didn't notice or recognize. The little girl.
Yeah, Phyla.
Yeah. Oh, she's Oh, she was Phyla. Oh, okay. Now I am.
Yeah.
I missed the name, so I wasn't sure. But
Yeah.
Did they
They
say her
call her
name?
that. They say her name once.
oh.
Oh, see, I thought so.
Yeah.
I thought it was like that one time. Yeah.
Sam is upset. No one died.
Yeah. See, this is
But
the other thing too.
no one's going to see that movie though, dude. Like,
Yeah.
that lineup's not grabbing people though.
No, you don't
Yeah.
think so?
No.
Maybe. I mean,
No.
okay.
Do you think do you think that team will show up in Secret Wars though?
Oh yeah.
I
for
think
sure.
they will show up, but I don't think that team, you saw it, is going to be
There'll be a volume
the
4
team
new.
in any ongoing another Guardians movie.
Hmm.
Maybe they'd have to add to it. They'd have to add some more familiar faces.
Sammy says the old friends from Rocket don't count as being deaths. So yeah, Guardians made a ton of money. It beat Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, pretty handily in 2 weeks. Just after 10 days of release, James Gunn's Guardian of the Galaxy already outgrossed previous Phase 5 threequel Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Peyton Reed's divisive MCU adventure fell just shy of $500 million. with a lifetime gross of 475, but with the intergalactic a-holes final flight took in 60.5 million over the course of its second weekend in the US, bringing its total to 528. Do we think this will end up at 750, 800?
Yep. I would say 750. So it's so by the time we hit Friday, it's going to be over 575, right? Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's going to finish that weekend.
We have Little Mermaid coming though next weekend, right?
Yeah, a bunch of people already said they don't like it.
Nobody's seen it. How can they not like it if anyone hasn't seen it yet?
I thought there was a bunch of people that said they were able to see it.
Oh, really? I don't know. I know there was a premiere. I saw decent reviews for it from those people, but they're always people at the premiere are always like, yeah, it's the best thing ever. So you can't really.
Yeah.
And maybe maybe we need a new segment of stupid things for people to care about. People are upset that Cosmo was played by a female voice instead of a male voice. I thought she was great. It's Maria Bakalova, I believe her name is. She was from Borat's sequel. She played his daughter.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is this something to be really?
I'm curious. So stuff like that annoys me.
But okay, so his explanation was Laika, whose Cosmo is based on, was actually a female dog. So he just went back to the.
But that doesn't make Cosmo a female.
Does it really matter though?
No, I'm saying, if I would like things to be as close to the comic book as possible. So, like, for me, like, if I had a preference, it would be a male voice. But does it bother me? No.
Oh, okay.
But
some people it really bothered.
I can understand people that get upset about it.
Let me ask you
a question. Let me ask you a question. Okay. So like this comes up a lot of times about like gender or skin color of the character doesn't match up, line up, right?
Yeah.
They put out a Fantastic Four movie,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And the Thing turns into the Thing, and he is bright purple instead of orange.
I'm not attached to what the Thing looks like, so that's probably a bad.
I'm not attached to 60 years of publishing where he's orange.
Maybe he's
got
cool
if the character's well written and the story is good, I'm not so attached.
A slight preference at all?
Huh?
You wouldn't have a slight preference at all?
I mean,
we've had iterations of Fantastic Four that have been bad.
You wouldn't have a brief moment of like purple.
Sure, it'd be like, okay, it's purple, like
Okay. Yeah. So just take that, to a nerdist that's just going all out.
I would never tweet about that at the director saying, "Hey, you ruined my life. Cosmo's a female."
No, I am with you there. It's not bothering me that the dog is female. I'm just saying, like, some people get really into this stuff. So, like, if you have a second thought of, wait, the Thing's purple? Okay, and you're just a regular, rational human being, now take someone that's really invested into this.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing as if you made the Hulk a different color that wasn't one of the colors that were used.
Right.
So,
yeah.
I don't know. Was he ever purple or yellow?
He's been red, gray, green. I don't know that he's been purple yet.
Yeah. So what happens if he became purple? And you know what I mean? Everyone would fucking lose it. So.
I don't know that.
Ang Lee made him purple.
Does being orange though fundamentally change his origin and character of what he can do?
No,
and is?
we don't. But we're not saying that it changes it. It's just visually. This is what I'm used to on paper. Like, why wouldn't you align in your?
But the dog's not okay. So if it's a female voice, he's never heard Cosmo talk in a movie as a male voice. So. Sure, in the comic, it's I don't know that seems weird to me too. Like, oh, I've read his dialogue as a male voice, and now it's so weird to hear it in a female voice in a movie.
Well, I mean, the dog is referred to as him, So.
Question: I'm trying to remember in the previous movies, not in the holiday special, obviously, but before that, obviously Cosmo was in one or two scenes. I remember. Do you
Yeah,
ever remember?
with the
Was there like a voice or anything that was done?
with the collector, Tana lived the collector. No, that dog didn't talk. And if I also recall, in the video game Guardians of the Galaxy, which came out 2 years ago, Cosmo was also female in that. She had a female voice in that.
Burn it to the ground.
I know, right? Like, how dare they? I don't know. I just see it. I don't know. Whatever. Okay.
So, okay, I'm just gonna end it right here. For what it's worth, I would enjoy him being orange, the Thing, just because it would look like more like rocks. That's all.
Thank you.
That he
Thank
would look
you.
like rocks.
Oh
more
wait,
rocks.
back to Guardians. I'm no. This didn't happen in the third one, but it happened in the Christmas special.
Yeah.
Why do they always have to make everybody related?
You mean like Mantis and Guardian and Peter?
Yes. Yes.
I really only think they're related because Ego created Mantis, and that's how they're related. Not. I don't
Yeah,
think they're.
that's what I thought. Yeah.
I think that's what they meant in that Ego was created through his DNA of the planet, and he grew everything out of the planet. So they just consider. I never expected Mantis. The second one was created. She wasn't born, correct?
The movie Mantis, you mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it's been a while since I've seen that one, but
Yeah,
this whole like
I feel like he created
like
her.
my sister now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I guess we'll never really. I guess we'll see Peter again because they said that at the end. But I doubt we'll ever see Mantis again, or Nebula.
I think we'll. Okay. Well, first off, we're all gonna see again. We're gonna see the characters again. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Whoever survived,
Dave Bautista already said he's never doing it again.
we're gonna see. Okay, so sorry, maybe not Batista, but I
Palm
would feel that...
said that as well. She wouldn't do another one without James Gunn.
I didn't see her say that.
Yeah.
I didn't see when. Yeah.
And Zoe Saldana said she's done.
Well, she's been every color of Alien. Like, I'm pretty sure she's definitely done.
Yep. Yeah, she's been green, blue. Yeah.
Everything.
Okay.
And all in all, great movie.
Yeah.
Probably 8.5 out of 10.
Oh, Kyle Fisher says best MCU movie in 3 years. Sebastian is creepy AF. Big ol' comic books are far from consistent. Sammy had a Gamora question. You know, Gamora questions if you could. Oh, so the Groot thing at the end of I Love You Guys. James Gunn talked about that. What she heard in the movie is I am Groot, but we all understood it to be. Now we understand what he's saying, right? Like he still said I am Groot to the characters in the movie.
Right.
But James Gunn explained it like, oh, now we can understand what his I am Groot means, I guess.
I think that's a cool like conclusion to the Groot arc.
Yeah.
I think that's a good payoff.